Okay, I'm here with psychic medium Matt Fraser, who I just adore. He and his wife are fantastic people, and he's going on tour. Did it already start, the tour, Matt?
So it just started officially. So with COVID and the pandemic, we weren't really sure how it was going to work. Were we going to have another shutdown? Were we going to have a lockdown? What was going to happen? So I did a few dates here and there, but not an official tour. And now, just recently, we announced a full tour schedule. So it's locked, loaded, ready to go. And I'm really excited because it's off to a great start.
Yeah. So what can someone expect when they go to one of your shows?
So it's the same as you see me give readings on television. That's what I like to tell people, is that it's a true group experience. During these events, there's a secret. And the secret is that it doesn't matter where you sit. It just matters that you're there. Because when you're there, your loved ones in spirit are there. And what's so amazing, and it amazes me every single time, it amazes me how I'll do sound check and the room will be completely silent. There'll be no one there, not a soul there. And then literally the moment that people start to enter into the room starts to fill with the voices of those in spirit. Because remember, you bring your loved ones to me. I don't bring your loved ones to you. I just tell you what they're saying, but they're with you all the time. So when you attend an event, not only are you there, but your loved ones in spirit attend with you.
So it's really packed.
It is really packed. It is really packed.
So, because these look like big venues, how many people are typically coming? Is it a pretty big room?
Well, it depends on what venue it is.
Okay.
So for example, I just got back from Washington where there was 1,200 people, or approximately 1,200 people that were there. But then, when you go to places like Las Vegas, what's really cool is that it's an intimate showroom. The showrooms are small. So in Las Vegas, it's about half the size of that, which is really awesome. Okay. So, it all depends on, what venue best suits you, I guess you could say. Some people like the bigger shows. Some people like to travel to a place like Las Vegas where it's a little bit more intimate and a little bit more cozy. Yeah. But it doesn't matter to me. For example, I'll let you know, the biggest misconception and what I think is the saddest thing is when people will say to me, oh, Matt, I didn't get tickets because all that was left was a balcony. And I'm like, there's absolutely no way he's going to find me up there.
Right.
And the truth is that during the event, I get off stage and I go where the spirits pull me. So 1 minute I could be talking to somebody in the front row that had lost their mom, to next thing you know, being in the back with somebody who had lost their son, to next thing you know, being up on the balcony with someone who had lost their daughter. So the truth is that I'm all over the room. So it doesn't matter where you sit.
Wow. So how do you prepare for that? Because I feel like you're there just getting pulled all over. Like, how do you direct where you're going to go?
I have no idea, and it drives my team crazy. Yeah. They're like, Matt, give us a sense of direction. Like, where are you? When are you going to go upstairs? When are you going to do? I'm like, I have no idea. I don't know if I'm going to be in the front row, back row. I'm like, you're going to have to follow my lead because I have no idea. So the key is, like, I guess, really just knowing the venue really well to get to where it is that you need to be. Because, for example, I was just in Houston, Texas, and I literally had to take the elevator all the way up to the balcony to get to the people up there because there were souls that were trying to come through and reach me.
Oh my gosh. So let's say you go and you only have so much time, and perhaps there is a soul that you're like, I really need to talk to this person. Is it possible for people to reach out after or book another reading with you, or how does that work?
No. If there are messages there, I don't leave until the messages are delivered. So if there's a soul that is trying to reach out to me, I will go up and deliver that message. There have been many times where the events have actually gone over on time. It's a 90-minute show, but normally the shows are actually over 90 minutes because, like I said, if there's someone in the balcony I got to get to, if there's someone there, down on the floor that I have to get back down to read, I don't care if the event is ended. I will deliver that message because that's my job. I can't leave until the messages are delivered.
Oh, wow. That's incredible. Okay. Well,
I will tell you that not everybody does get a message. It all depends on the souls that come through. And I think that your question really is, well, what if people feel sad, right?
Yeah.
And I got to tell you this is that, for me as a medium, I can tell you that I talk to my loved ones all the time, but they don't talk back to me. I don't hear from my loved ones every single day. And it's the same thing, with the people that I read for. It all depends on what souls want to come through. Sometimes souls will come through right away. Sometimes it'll take a little while. Some souls will choose not to speak or come through at that time. But when the time is right, those messages will come and the messages will be delivered.
Okay, so it is possible, like somebody who's grieving, their loved one is there and they're watching them, but they just may not be ready to communicate. Is that sort of what you're saying?
That's exactly what I'm saying. And I'm going to tell you why. Because your loved ones in spirit only want to deliver a message that's going to help you through life. If a message is going to hurt you in some way, or it's going to cause you more grief or more pain, then your loved ones won't come through at that moment. So if they see, because your loved ones can see the future, if they see that by delivering a message right now, it's going to make you search for them more, miss them more, be sad, be depressed, and it's going to stop you from living life, then your loved ones aren't going to come through until you're a little bit more healed to hear that message, because it's all about the healing.
Yeah. Oh, that's lovely. Well, I have to ask you this because there's no way I could avoid it. I looked at your schedule and I went, wait, there's going to be a baby born in there during this time. How is this working out with the baby coming? Because he's due what, in August?
So he's due August 25th.
Okay.
So I am taking off August 12th all the way to September 12th. And then luckily after that, I have local shows. So that we did the schedule in that way. So this way I could have as much time with Alexa as possible to, help her out. And luckily at the same time, the events that I do, after Royce is born are local. So they're basically only for the night, and just in our local area. So I can be home with her.
Perfect, perfect. Now, the last time I talked to you guys, you'd found out that you're having a boy, and I've been following her on Instagram. She is great because she's tiny, and then she's got the bump. How are you guys feeling? Any cravings? Do you have any cravings? What's going on?
Well, last night was, oh my God, last night Alexa had this craving where she saw the TikTok, all right? And this happens, I feel like, to all of us. We see something on TikTok and then we have to go and do it, like TikTok and then do it. So she found like the at-home chocolate ice cream that you can make. And I'm not a fan of chocolate ice. I don't like chocolate ice cream. But it was some type of an ice cream that you make with like Oreos and espresso and like all this stuff. Oh my God, was it delicious. So she made it last night. And then there we were at like midnight and watching America's Got Talent because we had it on record. We were in the bed eating this ice cream. I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to gain 1 million pounds. But I got to tell you, I think that's the fun of being pregnant as well, is that you get to do those crazy things. And with Alexa, she hasn't gotten many cravings, but I got to tell you, I've been wanting her to have some cravings. So like that, I feel like I get the full experience as a husband. I'm like, are you craving anything? Can I get you anything? Do you want to wake me up at 3 a.m. to get you cookies or something, But like I says, once in a while she'll get a little bit of a craving, but it hasn't been too bad for her. Okay,
and you guys feel ready as you can be because we only have 6 more weeks or so?
No, not at all, not at all. Somebody just asked me that the other day. They're like, Matt, are you ready? I go, no, I'm not ready. You're never ready.
Yeah.
I don't care. I don't care when in life that you have kids. I don't think you are ever ready to have a child. I don't know what to expect. I've never had a child before. Yeah. And just like Alexa saying, well, how are you going to be with this? How are you going to be? I'm like, Alexa, I don't know. I have no idea. I'm like, but you know what? When Royce comes, then I'll know.
Yeah. Now I'm wondering too, because we don't know. I remember before I had my son, I was in the dark, but do you have any relatives, like maybe grandparents telling you, giving you any guidance from beyond or anything, or?
Not from beyond, no, but here in this world, I have a lot of guidance. Let me tell you, everyone's coming through, telling me horror stories, telling me all these things. Oh, you're not going to sleep. Oh, you're not going to eat. Oh, this is going to stop. That's going to stop, so on and so forth. So I think everyone's been kind of telling us the negative. We haven't really heard anything positive, I'll be honest with you. But it's true. Listen, I got to tell you the truth. Nobody has come through and said oh, it's going to be a walk in the park. Oh, it's going to be great. Nobody has ever said that. Everyone has always told us what is going to be the hardest part. So I think that how do I say it? I think that might be a good thing because, I think with all those warnings that people have been giving us, I think that maybe it won't be too bad.
Oh, it's not. No, I will tell you this. The minute my son was born, I have never been more in love in my life. I did not even know that kind of love. And I will tell you, it is like, when you're up with him at night, sometimes you're like, wake up, you're really cute. I want to see what you're going to do. So that's what's going to surprise you, I think. I think you're going to be, both of you, just so overwhelmed. So it isn't all negative. It's actually very fun. And it's fun throughout his life. So I'm excited. So just telling people coming to these shows, is there anything they should do to prepare or anything, or just come open-minded?
So that's the best thing to do. And it sounds like it's just like the simplest advice, but it's the greatest advice, and that is come open-minded. And for one reason, because I've seen it so many times where people will come and say, I want to hear from this person, and I want this person to tell me this, and this. And then when somebody else comes through, like let's say they're looking to hear from their mom, but their stepbrother comes through, they have a hard time changing gears because that wasn't the person that they were looking to hear from. So right away, all of a sudden, they'll start to be like, well, wait a minute, I don't know, I'm not sure. I wanted to hear from my mom, and then next thing you know, they'll have a hard time listening or interpreting the message. So what I like to do is I like to tell people that before you come, you just put it out to the universe and say, if anybody has a message for me, if you have to get in touch with me, if there's something that I should know, come through and say it or give me a sign. And that's the best way because it opens you up to anybody who's going to message for you. And I think those are the best readings. The best readings are the souls that come through that you don't expect to hear from. Because you might sense and feel your mom every single day, but you might have had a stepbrother that you lost touch with, or that you were estranged from, or that you had unfinished business with. And he comes through from the afterlife to tell you an important message. And that's where the healing takes place.
Oh, I love that. I love that. Now, before I let you go, I see your book behind you. That is coming out, in August as well?
Yes. So this is coming out. It's actually funny because it's coming out the week that Royce is being born. Oh. So August, the week of August 22nd, it'll be out. It's called We Never Die, Secrets of the Afterlife. And it's actually crazy because I was just told that over 10,000 copies have been pre-ordered. So I cannot even believe it. And at first they were like, Matt, do you want to change the date of your book? Because, Royce is coming. But honestly, I think it's an amazing sign. I mean, the fact that the book is coming out, Royce is going to be born, it's going to be an amazing week. Yeah. So while people are missing me on social media or on the road, they can get their book and read it and read it in the meantime.
That's perfect. And then we're going to talk again in August. Hopefully, maybe we'll get to talk about some baby stuff too and the book. But in the meantime, when is your next show kick off?
So the next show is going to actually be July 8th in Flagstaff, Arizona. Okay. Then the very next night, I'll be in Mesa, Arizona, July 9th, which there's only a few seats left. And then I'm coming to Las Vegas, where I'll be giving live readings at the Venetian on July 15th and July 16th.
Awesome. Well, I cannot wait to hear about all of this and follow along. And so everybody go get your tickets because it's going to be a blast, I think. All right, Matt. Well, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it.
Thank you, Jen. It's always great to be here with you.
Okay.